Hey everyone, it is Tangela Hamilton here.
And Marianne Hager.
And honey, you've got the Ladybugs.
Woo! Welcome.
Word up, wanna twerk. So finally, it's our pilot episode, honey. And it's been a long time coming, but we're finally here. So this is our chance to tell everyone about the Ladybugs and why we're doing what we're doing. All right. So first thing off the bat is that this, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call the soft medicated version. I'm sure Marianne will agree where I'm going with that.
We're going to keep it down. We're going to keep it clean just for now.
Just for now, because I mean, we're trying to shop this, right? So we're going to kind of keep it clean. I mean, you'll hear the occasional, shit, hell, damn, ass out of me and her right now. So let's go ahead and get it out there now. Shit, ass, damn, and hell. That's where I'll stop for this episode. Beyond this episode, it's wide open. This is a sailor mouth. There it is. So, Marianne, I guess we should tell them, how we came to this. Why are you? How did we do this? What?
How did this happen, right? So,
yeah.
We've been working together for a few years now. And from day one, we just hit it off, right? We would just crack up over the stupidest, littlest things. But, when Tangela said she was interested in doing something like this, I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted to do something like this. But I didn't know how to do it, and I talked to people about it, and they're like, yeah, you should do it. I was like, but now it just sort of seemed right, since you were like heading down that path. So I'm like, why not? Why not just go for it?
Yeah, I was shocked because, when you saw it and you reached out to me, I'm like, what? You've been wanting to do what? And I'm like, it's like the heavens went, oh. And I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And so, and I just know how we get down and trust me, even doing this pilot right now is hard because I'm having to be restricted.
Yeah.
And you and I, when we talk, we're never restricted. We're never, it's raw. It's so raw.
Well, I was talking to somebody last week, and I was telling them something, and I said, I don't need to talk like that. That's kind of bad, And she said, you're when you're bad, you're good. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to be my tagline.
It should, because you're just authentically you, and I think that's why I gravitated to you. I mean, what you see is what you get. Period. And that's kind of how I roll. So it just made sense for you and I to finally align.
Yeah.
So for you that may not know, I've been submitting some ideas out to our execs, to try to bring in some, other content, different types of audiences and that sort of thing. And so one of the options, or one of the what the hell am I trying to say? One of the show pitches, I guess. Shit, I can't talk. Channel pitches. It would be the B side of SiriusXM, and the B side would do two things. It would focus on the B side of music for our favorite artists, because if you're listening, I mean, how many times have you listened to your favorite artist and you're like, damn, I never hear this on the radio, but everybody likes the damn song.
Right.
So yeah, right. So it's just to kind of highlight those songs that'll give the artist, another way to engage with their fans. Like, hey, I know you're used to hearing this song on the radio, but remember that song I also put out? Well, you can hear it too on the B side of SiriusXM. Rah, rah, rah. And so beyond that, and what's really important to me, I'm like, SiriusXM, we're out here and we're giving the mainstream artists all this love, but it's so much talent. There's so much talent within the walls
Yeah.
Proverbial walls of Sirius XM. We've got poets, singers, writers, rappers, DJs, you name it, we've got it. Podcasters, musicians. And so why not give a platform for them to do that as well, to be showcased? And both of these things will bring in the revenue. So I put it out there. Marianne saw it. And when I put it out there, I'm like, it makes sense. She said that she wanted to do this. And I'm like, well, damn, we're going to need a pilot at the show for this.
Yeah.
Why not the Ladybugs?
So here we are.
Half-ass crazy. So, I guess the next thing that I would, probably think that, we explain how we come with the name of Ladybugs, right?
Yeah.
How do we connect with Ladybugs? I'm leaving that to you to talk about.
Well, let me tell you. So what happened was when I used to, interface with Tangela, I'd be like, oh, thanks for getting me that. She'd be like, no problem, Ladybug. And I'm like, what is this all about? Is this like insects or something? But it was just a cute kind of like, little thing she used to say. And so then I would say it back to her, and then we would like do these emojis, which is probably way more than you want to know. But that's how we came up with the Ladybugs. Because when we're like, what should we call ourselves? I kind of like the B side too, but I was thinking B, like another B.
Like BEE?
Like BITC.
Yes!
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all in. You're like, oh no, that's not it. It's the beast. And I was like, oh, that's what I meant. But anyway.
But I think I like that though.
Yeah.
Because it's a word that I use very gratuitously. Made money off of that word.
People can relate.
People can relate. And it's a term of endearment for me. If I call you the B word, you my girl.
It's evolving. Maybe we'll change it. Maybe. But, for now, we're the Ladybugs who came up with that. Again.
Maybe we can come up with a segment for that B, where we just go on a full-on estrogen-free rant. I'm writing it down.
Write that down.
I'm writing that down. That's right up my alley. Yeah. So, okay. So now I think, let's tell the folks what they can expect from us at the Ladybugs.
So, it's a lot of different things, right? It's our feelings about current events. Like here's one, right? This Johnny Depp Amber Heard nonsense.
Girl.
As much as I want to stay away from it, I'm so drawn to it. And it's so ridiculous. So stuff like that. We could spend an hour talking about Kanye. Just
girl.
Kanye. The old Kanye, the new Kanye.
And all the rest of them in between. I get
medicated, unmedicated. We could talk about him for like an hour.
Right.
Different stuff. Fashion, if we want to throw that in. Current events big. Like current events, my current events aren't.
Right. It's broad.
I'm not talking about Russia. I'm talking about celebrity current events. I'm not talking about the Ukraine. So if that's a different channel, that's like one of the news channels.
Right.
That's not here. But just different things like that. We want to talk to people. We want to get out there and go on the street, talk to people, ask them questions.
Asking questions like what? Because I know that's one of the things that we have planned. So I know that we have.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we have in this show, we're gonna, Marianne loves current events.
I do.
She's that chick, right? She loves current events. She's always telling me what the hell is going on out there, and I pretty much got something crazy to say about it.
Yeah.
So she loves that. So she'll be, filled in that information. And then, any other hot topics or, breaking news, we're gonna talk about that too, because that's just something to talk about. I'm looking forward to interviewing some different people. I think being able to leverage, some of the, heavy hitters at Sirius XM, we ought to be able to get somebody to slide through here.
I would hope.
Who would you like to interview?
Want a real career boost. I can't see why they wouldn't.
I know that part.
At least 2 people will see them.
That part.
You and me. Not 2 viewers. But we'll see.
Right. Who would you want to interview?
Oh my God. Like
Oh God.
any of the Backstreet Boys, I love them. You know, Paul McCartney, Ringo, I mean, anyone like really, I'm not too picky. When any actor or actor, I would just be so. I hope I would have the sense to talk. You know, I feel like I don't know what to say, but
Well, just keep a bottle of wine by the desk and just hit it.
the more you do it, I think the more comfortable you become.
Yeah.
And you know, I want to talk to the person on the street too. Like, you know, that person who's walking down the street. You know, can you give me a few minutes? I want to ask you a couple of questions, and they're probably like, no, you know. But for that one or two that might say yes, just some wacky questions like,
Right.
Mike Tyson or Sugar Ray Leonard?
Mike Tyson.
You know, choose one. Marsha or Jan? You know,
Marsha.
Mickey or Minnie?
Minnie.
Flats or heels?
Heels. Tall.
Shift or automatic? You know,
Automatic.
like just
Keep going. I'm loving this.
oh my God. Red M&Ms, yellow M&Ms.
You don't have blue?
Listen, it's this or that.
Okay, damn. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
What's going on here? Yeah. I ran out of my this or that. Trump or Biden? Ooh, that one's like, ooh.
Girl, neither one.
I know. I mean, that you got to pick one, but yeah, that's.
I gotta pick one.
Take that one out. That's too polarizing.
Yeah,
but you know,
over
stuff like that. You know, it's just real quick stuff where people are like, oh crap, you know, I need to think about it. You know.
Right. So let me explain, and that's a great segue into this piece. So beyond, you know, what we would do when we're in a broadcasting booth, look at me going ahead and putting that out there in the broadcasting booth. Current events, hot shots with the current topics, breaking news, stuff like that, interviews. I'm going to also bring something called Hookup Central. I'm always finding good deals. I'm that chick. Everybody knows that if there's something you need to find or something you need to get, I'm generally have the hookup. So I'm going to start passing those on to everybody. And then we want to celebrate, you know, what's on at SiriusXM. So there'll be a segment where, you know, because we always get, you know, Miriam, those announcements, you know, that let us, you know what's going on, right?
Yeah. So we recently got one about a prom radio. And so I had to go listen to it, right? And it brings back to, I won't say what year, but my prom. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot we had Always and Forever was our prom.
Really? By Heatwave?
Always and Forever.
Yeah, Heatwave. I was listening to Groove Line on repeat this weekend.
Oh, I love that.
I'm an old school chick.
Yeah, I'm 80.
I'm 80s, 70s funk and R&B. I love all music, but you give me some 70s disco, R&B.
Yes.
Girl, some Captain and Tennille and a beer, and I'm good.
We might have to do some dancing.
Oh, I'm good for that. You know, I'm good for that.
I'm staying in my chair. You can stand up.
I will chair dance. No, I'm a chair dance with you. I got you.
I'm like that little guy on Caddyshack who comes, the gopher.
Yes.
All right.
We're not. See, that's crazy.
Don't nobody worry about me.
Yes. Damn, that's old school. I haven't even thought about that. You're nuts. The other thing is that we'll another thing, like I told you, is that we're putting out, or I suggested the B-side of SiriusXM. So those who have talent, hey, we want to feature you guys on here too. Give you, you know, some shot at some airtime. But like Marianne was saying, she wants to be out in the street. So another thing that I had suggested that, you know, Denise and the team picked up on was SiriusXM on location. And that's where, you know, SiriusXM is out there engaging with the people, like nostalgic radio. How many times do you remember hearing on the radio station, hey, this is 102.9 and we're here at the barbecue shack about to throw down on some ribs in this sucker. Come out here and get some free merchandise. It's been a long time since we had that. So as many folks and companies and stuff like that I walk into, they're listening to SiriusXM, and I always engage them. Who you listening to? Oh, this is SiriusXM, pop, 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 or this is Pandora, pop, pop, pop. And I'm like, thank you for your business. We appreciate that. Noted, we'll be back. Because all those folks, I've got a list for this time.
Wow.
You better believe it.
have that organized.
That's
but,
right.
You think of like the old radio stations when they used to go on like vacation, and I used to love when they did Name That Tune.
Oh, girl.
Oh my God, I love that. They play
Yes.
like one line. I'd be like, oh my God.
I know that song. I actually, my first radio win, because I always win shit. So I think I was like 13, and it was the college radio station at KERA FM in Commerce, Texas. I might have been 13, and they played a little bit of a song. I knew it. It was Every Time You Go Away. Yes. You take a piece of me with you. His name was Paul something.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was Paul.
The title of the artist, both, is really sort of tough.
It's gonna come to me, Paul something. Anyway, I won $100. No, I didn't. I won a barbecue dinner meal at the barbecue place there. I was 13 and I won it. And then I went big time. And I don't know, do you remember Tom Joyner?
No.
Okay, so Tom Joyner is a big time disc jockey that's been around for ages. He used to have his own show called the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Oh, wow.
Before he became syndicated, he was in Dallas, Texas on K104 FM.
Oh, wow.
I was like 15. He played that Name That Tune, girl. I will get named, and I always see that. I won off him. That was my second radio win, and I won $104. They sent the check. My parents cashed it. I went out and, without parents' permission, bought nothing but Chips Ahoy, cookies, chips, this, that, and the other. My dad came home and had a fit. And he was like, you know what? You're not going to eat all of this. Because I had it stashed in my room. It looked like a grocery store in my room. My daddy came in and he was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You just wasted all that money. Everybody's going to eat all of this. That'll teach you not to buy all that.
I mean, those were the days where you used to have to run to the phone
and
dial, and you get busy and you keep dialing. I mean, my brother was big on that. He won a lot of concert tickets that way. But like, these kids today, they're like, what?
Man.
Phone, run to the phone. I have the phone right here.
Right. So
it was crazy time.
And the Ladybugs are looking to bring back the nostalgia of those things. So like Marianne said, for Sirius XM on location, we're going to be out there with our microphones and we're going to be engaging with the folks. So like she just did a round of a game she's calling Rapid Fire.
Yeah.
Where we just kind of, she asked the person a question, they got to come off the dome with the answer. No, that was this or that. That was this or that.
The rapid fire will be like, what's the biggest state in the union?
Alaska.
What's the first state? Stuff like that. Like, I've got to prepare more, but just knowledge stuff, but we're just, you're not expecting it.
Right.
Wait, biggest state, okay. What's the capital of, Rhode Island or something. So people really have to think.
Yeah. And then we'll give them some Sirius XM merch, right? And some Ladybug merch. Because we're definitely going to have some Ladybug merch.
A lot of polka dots.
Right. And then, of course, what about when we're roaming the halls we're going to be also the welcoming committee at Sirius XM. Talk about that, Marianne.
We're going to just go around, one day in the offices and find people and, put them out there, ask them what they're doing in the hallway for 5 minutes talking to somebody, I'd be like,
what are y'all talking about?
Here, they're unauthorized. Just to goof on people, fun.
I'm checking hall passes.
Yeah.
I'm checking hall passes. You're not getting in this bathroom until you give me that hall pass. They're going to cuss my ass clean out.
That these two out of very disruptive. Well, we've been called that before, but
why not? Not part and parcel of who we are.
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, guys, that is what the Ladybugs is all about. That's raw, honest fun. Just finally being able to let our hair down and moving in a space that we've been wanting to do for a very long time. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and it's completely judgment-free. It's fun. It's done in fun. So if anything we said would offend you, then it's not for you. But it's just a fun sort of friendly talk, friendship, co-worker relationship, just chat, you know. So we've already had a lot of feedback. This is our pilot episode. We haven't even done anything yet. People are like, you guys are going to be great. So we're super excited to see what happens and where it goes.
Thanks. All right. So with that being said, we'll close out this episode. The next time you guys will hear from us, we'll be announcing where you can find us on our podcast. Just remember, we will be off the medication.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. In the story, we will be off the medication. The straight jackets will be off, and we're just gonna go hard.
Outfit. Like the Hulk. Oh my God.
You can't make me laugh like that. Y'all, this is what I deal with every day. Every day.
She loves it. She loves it.
I do. With that, we'll go ahead and we'll sign off, and we'll catch up with you and let you know where you'll be able to find us on the dial.
Catch you on the B-side.
Catch you on the B-side. Ladybugs out.
Bye.